I was actually a bio major going into UC Davis. I thought that I was going to go to dental school. That was my route. As I was doing that, I got involved in Aggie TV. I started my own radio show at the college radio station, and I fell in love with it. I was so passionate about it. I woke up at 4 a.m. every morning to do my 5 o'clock show. I always knew that I kind of wanted to do something in the broadcasting TV. It was my true passion.
I was at Sierra College, and I was probably 18 or 19 years old. And I was in a romantic relationship with an individual who did not speak English. I thought to myself, other than taking a foreign language class, because I spoke Spanish and I was looking to improve on it, I wonder what other class I could take that would help me better communicate and be in relationship with this individual and their family. And I found intercultural communication. At the time, there was a part-time instructor, and her name was Dr. Etta Matua-Combo. And the cool thing that I found about her was that she had a PhD and was working at a community college, which was something that I didn't even know anything about. Also, the way that she taught intercultural communication, which I now have the language to say was in a non-Eurocentric way, that piqued my curiosity and interest far beyond the bounds of my romantic relationship. And so I really fell in love with communication studies in her class, and then decided that that would be where I would take my BA and eventually my master's as well, and then now into where I am, PhD, and teaching at Sierra College.
Once I got those internships, that's when I really decided, and I was thinking like, oh, is this something that I wanted to do? And especially when I got the radio internship at one of the local radio stations here in Sacramento, I got in touch with the programming producer. They were looking for voices for commercials on air.
The roar of a T-Rex may be one you encounter at Jurassic Quest. That's an ad from Covered California's brand new marketing and outreach campaign. The Universal Music Publishing Group is buying Bob Dylan's entire song catalog. Nikka Magahis, News 93.1 KFBK.
But there was another instructor. She actually recently retired from Sierra College as a dean, and her name was Lynn Medeiros. I took her for history, and she was bold and edgy, and she was a feminist, and she was just a force. I would just watch her teaching and think to myself, I can't believe she's getting paid for this.
I've been a big fan of Ryan Seacrest for a while now. It wasn't until college that I fully was able to articulate, wow, I find him so inspirational in a way, and as a role model. I definitely believe there should be a female version of Ryan Seacrest. He's hosting, he has his own talk show, he has radio, he's on television, and that's ultimately my goal.
From a disciplinary perspective, it is key. When we are engaged with people unlike ourselves, work is more productive, people are more satisfied, our lives are more enriched, our relationships are more full.
Growing up, I could rarely see people on television that looked like me. I think growing up, watching Disney Channel, my 7-year-old me, watching Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, Brenda Song, London Tipton was the only person that looked like me. I think about that all the time because sometimes it's really heartbreaking to see so very few women and people of color on television, specifically the Asian community. I always felt like I had to really make sure that I was ready and worthy for the job, that I had the skills and the talent and the abilities to back up, my resume. what I love most about working at KFBK is it really taught me, the value of true journalism. It's really taught me to get out there and, like, especially when you're on a story, to look for stories, to talk to people, to get their perspective, to reach out to them, to connect them, to some way help them tell their story. It takes a village, and sometimes that village is only you when you're working on a story. I think that's what I love most, just kind of going through the journey and then seeing the final product.
What I love most about teaching, this is going to sound so ridiculous and just superficial, are those special moments where I can watch learning happening. Like, I can watch it in the room. My favorite is like an aha moment for a dominant group member when they understand something or make a connection with something that I might consider critical pedagogy. I love the relationships that I form with my students, and I'm not shy about that. I find so much joy in watching learning and connections being made, whether it's within the discipline or for your life or your career or whatever it would be.